So I'm going to give you guys a room tour of the place I'm staying in here just off Fitness Street. I'm paying around 13 Australian dollars a night, including electricity and water. I'm staying in this particular room for a month, but I've been staying in this place for 3 months. So after the intro, I'm going to give you a full room tour. G'day my friends, welcome back to the Fitness Street series. It is the 27th of October 2022 and this is going to be a room tour of the room that I'll be staying in for the next month or so, or 3 weeks now, before I fly back to Australia. And I'm paying the equivalent of 13 Australian dollars per night for this room, including electricity and water and room service and that kind of stuff. And this place is Two Home / Six Pack Cottage, which is on a side street to Fitness Street. I've made a separate review video on Two Home if you want a full walking tour of the whole place, including the pool area and the foyer area and all that kind of stuff. So I'll link up the full review video down below in the description, but this is just the room tour and a couple of things about my room and what you're likely to expect if you decide to come to Two Home / Six Pack Cottage. Same owner, co-located on the same street as Titan Fitness and Mr. Joms. And Fitness Street is literally just a 2-second walk up the street. And you know, this particular place is walking distance to Tiger Muay Thai and all of the common training gyms on Fitness Street, like Unit 27, Phuket Top Team and all of that. So it's about a 10 to 15 minute walk maximum to all of the gyms that I talk about in the Fitness Street series. So this is my room, and I'll show you. I haven't really cleaned it, except the cleaners have come through just 30 minutes ago and they've cleaned my room, they've changed the bed sheets. And that's what's really cool. You pay 13 Australian dollars a night. So essentially, if you decide to come to Two Home / Six Pack Cottage, you're likely going to be paying anywhere from say 7,000 baht a month up to 13,000 baht a month, depending on the time of year and depending on what type of room that you're getting. So I'm filming this video 27th of October 2022. We're slowly heading into the high season. This room is costing me 9,000 baht a month. So 9,000 baht a month, which works out to be about 13 Australian dollars a night, and this is what you're gonna get. All the rooms in the Six Pack Cottage side look similar to this, pretty much the same as this. So this is my room. I've been here for about a week so far. I'm here for another 3 weeks or so before I leave the country. And when I leave the country, it will be 6 months that I would have spent on Fitness Street. So I'll give you a room tour. So we'll take it from the top. So right here, I've got my little workstation. So I make videos pretty much every day, and the Wi-Fi is extremely fast here at Six Pack Cottage. It's extremely fast. It's fast enough for me to upload my videos here, and my view is of the mountains. Right, so that's my view that I look at every day. So I see when the thunderstorms are coming through, when the rain's coming across those mountains. And if I show you a little bit over there to the right, you'll see that tall building there. That's Marina Muay Thai House. That one there is a relatively new building, and I stayed there for a week, I think, from memory. And I did shoot a review video there. I'll link up that video down in the description below if you want to see what that place is all about. I think they've only been open for like 8 months or 12 months. The rooms are super clean, and I think I paid the equivalent of 20 Australian dollars per night. So it's a little bit more expensive than what I pay here, but the rooms are newer. However, I always say to people, if you're looking at coming to Fitness Street to train for 1 month or more, so 2, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and you're wanting for a cheap option, let me just say, affordable option that has everything you need, that is within walking distance of all the gyms that you'll probably be training at, this is probably one of the best places you can stay at, in my opinion. And again, I'm not paid or sponsored to make this video, I mention this place. It's just, you know, me just telling you guys straight up, like, this would be one of the best places you can stay in for the price, but only for long-term stay. So I'm only telling you guys to stay here if you're planning on staying here on a long-term basis. So obviously with any other place like this one, including this one, if you stay here on a day-to-day basis, you're going to pay more money. So if you want to stay here for a month or so, I'll link up Zoe's email address down in the description below. It's going to cost you anywhere from, depending on the room you get, and if you get pool view or garden view or whatever, and the time of year, it's going to be somewhere between like 7,000 baht a month to like 13,000 baht a month, depending on the room you get and the time of year that you book. So yeah, as I said before, don't mean to repeat myself, but I'm paying 9,000 baht a month for this room with that view, and yeah, amazing. But email Zoe to get, you know, better rates. You don't have to mention my name, right? Just email Zoe and say, look, hi Zoe, my name's such and such, coming from Portugal or whatever. I want to stay at 2 Home Six Pack Cottage for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I'm arriving on this date and want to stay for 3 months. What's the best price you can give me? And she'll give you the best price, you know. Hopefully she gives you the best price. She will, because if you go through booking.com, you will pay more money. So you don't have to mention me at all. I'm not part of this equation, but I'm just giving you guys a little bit of a, this is how you're gonna save money. Go to Zoe directly. Yeah, so this is it, real quick. Now, this is my little bench area, my TV. Now, I don't watch TV, but there is an HDMI connection here. I connected up a Chromecast to this last week, and so if you have a Chromecast, you can hook it up to the Wi-Fi connection here, and you can watch like Hulu, Netflix, all that kind of stuff on this TV. Yeah, so it's very messy, but you know, it's a raw video. It's a little bit rambly. So I've got my water supply here. This one I usually get the 6-pack, and I've got my electrolytes that I buy from the pharmacy, right? And I've got my some of my supplements here, my creatine. And this is a little bit more than a room tour. I guess I'm just giving you a little bit of an overview of what's in my room and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I buy the creatine, I buy all my supplements from the Phuket health shop. I think it's one of the cheapest places to get your supplements on Fitness Street. It's called Phuket Health Shop. Go to Google, type it in, it's on Fitness Street. I get my creatine from there. This here, this magnesium chelate, it's for cramping. So if you have muscle cramps while you're training, take magnesium chelate. And I get that from the pharmacy here on Fitness Street. I might make a separate video on supplements later, but sort of hangers and that kind of stuff. So hang some clothes up there, clothes down there. And okay, so a lockable cabinet. So some of you guys ask about, oh, is there a safe deposit box or like a, you know, like some kind of a safe in the room? Well, this is the safe. It's just a cabinet. It's a lockable cabinet. And this is what it looks like. And I'll be upfront with you guys, I've actually never used it. And it looks like that. You can pretty much put your suitcase in there. It's quite big. And it's just a cabinet that kind of just locks, and you put your little padlock on that. But I'll be honest with you guys, I have expensive gear in my room, my laptop, my camera gear, and my life essentially. And I've never used the lockable cabinet because I feel pretty safe. The cleaners come through here like almost every day and nothing's ever gone missing. So I've never had an issue with like things going missing or theft or that kind of stuff. So you're more than welcome to use it if you've never been to Thailand before and you don't take my word for it. That's fine. I'm not saying that it will never ever ever happen, but I'm just saying that in my experience staying, you know, in this place for what would be 4 months, I've never had an issue. I never felt unsafe, nothing's ever gone missing, and I've got very expensive gear, camera gear in this room. So anyway, so that's a lockable cabinet. We have a fridge, of course. Now I know some of you guys ask about fridges. So yeah, I mean, I never use it, clearly. There's a freezer just there. which I have used. So if you guys are like doing a meal prep service here, going to like Pure Prep and getting all of your meals prepared because you're tracking your macros, tracking your calories or whatever, then yeah, you can just chuck your stuff in the freezer if you're freezing your meals, or you can just use the fridge if you're buying normal supplies like milk and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so obviously more protein here. Again, I bought this from the Phuket health shop. I go through one of these a month on average, and I find that it's about the same price as what I pay back home in Oz. I'll make a separate video on supplements, but to be honest with you, like I've been coming to Fitness Street for years. I've been coming to Thailand for probably 7-8 years, something like that. And almost every time I come here, I bring my training supplements with me, and they usually take up like 3/4 of my suitcase. And I've never been stopped at customs or whatever, or immigration in Thailand or Australia for powders and that kind of stuff. I've never had an issue going through customs with my supplements, but feel free to bring your own supplements if you've got special supplements that you want to bring to Fitness Street, but you can buy all this stuff here at the Phuket Health Shop. But if you've got special supplements you want to bring, just bring them. So this is my room from this angle. And so in terms of the bed, I mean, they supply towels here. They supply all the bedding, right? They change the bed sheets quite frequently. They probably change them like 2 or 3 times a week. The pillows, all that's supplied. I know some people like ask these questions, so I might be stating the obvious here. So that's why I'm going a little bit more detailed with the video. So sorry for the rambly video, but I hope it helps a few of you guys, gals. So the bed's actually, it's good enough. It's a little firm, but you know, I've slept on much harder mattresses. I just want to mention this before I forget. So the air conditioner, this is super important. You know, if you come into Fitness Street, air conditioning is super important. It's like, it gets really hot out here. And I've stayed in places where the aircon has been less than average. These aircons are phenomenal. In fact, sometimes it gets too cold in here that I've got to open the door. I'll take you out there in a minute just to let a bit of warm air come through. But yeah, the air conditioning is great, no issues. If anything, it gets too cold. And the last part of the video that I want to show you is my bathroom. So this is my bathroom, and I know I don't want to bore people too much, but you know, it's got everything you need, everything that you would expect a bathroom to have. Yeah, so essentially all my toiletries, so they bring toilet paper as part of the housekeeping, like they top up the toilet paper here. You know, it's very nice of them, but you can just buy your own if you need to. But all the toiletries otherwise you can buy at the 7-Eleven here on Fitness Street. So don't worry about bringing your own toiletries, unless of course you got special stuff you want to bring. Otherwise, yeah, all this sort of stuff, I buy it on Fitness Street at the 7-Eleven. So all my toiletries at the 7-Eleven, sunscreen, all this sort of stuff. This here is the antibacterial soap, one of the ones that I use. So if you want to reduce your risk of getting any kind of staph infection, I buy this from the 7-Eleven. And I also use this one here, it's called Hexine. And it's a low grade skin cleanser thing that supposedly the surgeons use in the hospitals here, but not the same grade. It's a slightly lower grade than the one they use in the hospitals. But I have any cuts or any open wounds that I have, you can actually buy this from the pharmacy on Fitness Street. And I actually rub this on like any open wounds or cuts that I have to reduce my chances of getting a staph infection. And the pharmacists recommend that I use this as well. So it's just a couple of things to keep in mind. You don't want to get a staph infection, so just make sure you use like antibacterial stuff. And I use the Dettol body wash. This is the shower area. Hot water is great, no issues with the hot water. Works well, the water pressure's great. Little window. Yeah, anyway, I know this is like very rambly, so I'm sorry about that, but I'm just keeping it as raw as possible. And this is my little balcony. Now, not all the rooms here have these kind of balconies, but I'll just quickly show you what this one, it's just a balcony, right? So there's like a little sink thing on the balcony. This is the balcony view. There's an Isan Thai food place straight through that tree there, like a little tin shed thing. And then you've got a couple other places that you can stay at there. There's a yellow building, and there's a blue one there. So one's called Oyo, and there's another one through there, and there's a red one. So red, yellow, red, yellow, blue. And then yeah, I've got my gloves here, which I kind of let dry here. But usually you'll get one of these drying racks here. So I'm pretty sure all the rooms come with these drying racks, and you'll just dry your wet clothes on those drying racks after your training session. They'll dry pretty quickly, but I dry things out and then I get it washed anyway. So yeah, I like to just wash all my clothes because the laundry is pretty cheap. You know, if you don't get your laundry done, you know, like here at Two Home, then you can go to Fitness Street, and you pay like 30 baht per kilo for 40 baht per kilo to get your laundry done. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is my room. If you guys have any questions, let me know about, you know, if you have any questions about this room or this place, send them through. Maybe just email Zoe. Like, Zoe's super helpful. You know, she's really a phenomenal host. She was like the one that brought in this table for me because she's like, oh, I know you needed a work desk. So she actually had this table brought in for me specifically for my laptop. So it's very sweet of them. So yeah, I've never had an issue here. It's been great. Definitely check out the other video that I've made on this place, Two Home Six Pack Cottage. If you want to, I'll walk you through this whole place. Just check out the video down below in the description. And Mr. Joms, before I forget, Mr. Joms is on the same street as this place, and almost every day I walk up to Mr. Joms, and you'll see Mr. Joms on the left hand side as you walk up. If you're not sure what Mr. Joms is all about, I'll link up a video down below. Go and watch the video on Mr. Joms. You got to, you know, I'm not going to go into it now, but go to Mr. Joms. You won't regret it, I'm telling you. It's a great little hole in the wall place where you'll get barbecue chicken with rice and broccoli, and it's incredible. All right, so I've walked around the other side now and I'll show you the view. So what I showed you before, that there is the Marina Muay Thai house. I'll link up a video of that place. Go and check it out down below in the description if you want to check out what that place is all about. I do a little room tour there as well. In fact, if you look through there, that's the Blue. I've made videos at the Blue before. I had a bad experience in one of those buildings, which I talk about in another video, but there's an infinity pool on the other building there, which I can see 2 people in there at the moment. You probably won't see that from this angle, but so there's the Blue. Fitness Street is up there, walking distance, and then if you look closely up through here, if you maybe pause the video, you'll see like a red tarp. You'll see some red tarps there. So look at where the Marina House is. Straight below, look closely, there's some red tarps. So that's Titan Fitness. And Titan Fitness is another fitness camp here just off Fitness Street, where I actually did one week of training, and I shot a bunch of videos there. I'll link those up down below in the description if you guys want to check out what Titan Fitness is all about. That used to be, real quick before I go, this area here used to be CMT Muay Thai, and last week they just bulldozed the whole thing down. Crazy. I shot videos in that gym that was there back in 2018, and last week they just bulldozed it. So it doesn't exist anymore. Alright, so this is the little corridor here, and this is what it looks like. So this is Six Pack Cottage / Two Home. It's technically Six Pack Cottage, but it's all owned by the same person. That's the next level up there. We have drying racks here, so people are using their drying racks to dry their clothes. This is the view. So you feel like you're in a bit of a jungle out here, guys. It's quite nice. Look at that. There's a banana plantation just out there. Someone's chopping away at the bananas. Okay guys and gals, I hope this video was super helpful to give you an insight to what my room is like and what the conditions are like and that kind of thing. You should definitely check this place out if you're looking at long-term stay options. This is definitely something worth checking out. But mention to Zoe that you're looking at coming out here long-term, because that's how you're going to get good rates, is if you contact the hotel directly and ask for the best rate that they can do for a 1 month or a 3 month stay. Anyway guys, I'm going to put this video together and publish it. Hope this is helpful. Don't forget to check out the other videos down below in the description below. And maybe one day I'll see you in fitness paradise. Until next time.